All right, welcome back to BSTV. We are going to review 90 Day Fiance. Actually, sorry, before the 90 days of the 90 Day
Right.
Fiance
One of the
franchise.
last episodes.
Yep, it is
Of
the
this-
last episode.
Yesterday was the
I
last
believe it's the
episode?
last, and then they're going to go to the tell-all.
Oh, no. They showed previews for next week.
So there's one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because last episode, like 2 episodes ago, everyone went home on the plane. They were done their vacation. And then this one, these remaining couples were all finishing their vacations.
No, there's another episode next week.
Okay. So what happened on this one, there is Gino and Jasmine continued to go at it.
Yeah, but then she forgives him.
Yeah, at the
because
end of the episode.
She loves him.
Yeah. What was your favorite part with them?
Her taking a swipe at him so hot.
Close
Yeah.
on mine, where she went and grabbed his hat. And then he immediately goes, for those who don't know, Gino, we didn't know why, but he always wears a hat, and she'd always try to take it off, and she'd say that he would wear it when they're in bed together.
Yeah.
And she goes out of anger and steals his hat, and he immediately goes to his gym bag and grabs a new hat and puts it on.
That was good.
And it's because he's bald.
Yeah.
Apparently that's why.
Yeah.
So like
Just trying to cover
shocker.
it up.
No one
Yeah.
knew that was why.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was Soulja Boy and Kimberly.
Oh yeah, they finally did it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Soulja Boy had to have a talk with her son.
Right, which was silly.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Probably just because maybe, I don't know, like it gets
create extra-
Kimberly's son some fame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like maybe she thought
Create
she'd do,
some extra
like maybe her son said, get me
drama.
on the show, get me on the show.
Yeah.
But there was no reason for that.
No.
Like, why does Soulja Boy have to talk to your like 21-year-old son or something like that? Whatever age he was an adult.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter
Yeah.
because you're not together.
Yes. But
Like you're having fun inside.
but
the
Soulja Boy
car,
did say they would sleep together this episode, which
Yeah.
he's been resisting the whole time. But
obviously.
shocker, he was going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was
Paul and Jimena.
okay, Mike. Paul's the one we think he looks like from the
Right,
previous
Mike.
season.
Mike
So
and
I was going
Jimena.
to talk about someone else, but let's talk about them, Mike and Jimena.
Yeah.
Mike had already left and went home,
Yeah.
and now he's come back because
And she's pissed.
she don't want him there.
Yeah.
He comes back because he's concerned their long distance relationship isn't working well.
It's affecting their relationship.
She's been asking him to send money for breast augmentation and a tummy tuck so she can be a model.
Yeah.
I don't know where she's going. Like, where's she going to be a model?
I don't know.
So there's.
Who knows what they do in
You can
Colombia?
go on the internet. You can look this up on your own. We're a PG BSTV. We're not going to go there. But there's a whole lot of 90-day females on OnlyFans selling pictures and videos.
Oh,
So
yeah,
maybe
you told me
that's
that.
what she wants to do.
Maybe.
Hey, with the fame on the TV, she makes a lot of money for a while on it for sure, or
Okay.
some. So
But
maybe
she's
that's what it's
obviously
for.
wants him to pay for it. She's
Yes.
just milking it. She just wants him for the
Yes.
money.
If
And
he
doesn't
said
even know he
no,
had that
if
much
he said
money.
no, she'd be like, "We're done."
Yeah.
I feel like he isn't poor.
Well, obviously he's single and he lives at home.
Yeah, and has saved money for like 20
Yeah,
years.
for
He said
sure.
he's never had a girlfriend till now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's probably never gone to bars, never drank it away, that sort of
Yeah.
stuff.
But he gets there and she's super pissed and she's like, I want to go to the club. So he goes out to the club with her and she got home at 9 a.m. and he waltzes home like
Yeah,
at
so
midnight.
he's working remotely
Right.
on his laptop, so he had to leave the club and go home at midnight, and she kept partying. And it's pretty obvious she hung out with other guys because he's like, "Were there other guys there?" And then she's just like, "You don't trust me if you have to ask that."
Mhm.
And she's really deceptive on her answers. Like, of course there were, but not for me. And then in Colombia, this is how we do it. We
Mhm.
party till 9 a.m. and get breakfast with our friends. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Obviously she's not into him.
Obviously, you don't do that if a guy travels around the world
Yeah,
to be
and if
with
you
you.
love him, like
Yeah.
you're gonna stay home with him, right? So
Yeah.
anyways.
So the other
obviously,
couple I was gonna
Mike, say goodbye to him.
Yeah.
now.
the guy don't understand why such a plain, like, innocent guy like Mike is with like full body tattooed girl who says
Bad
she
girl.
said she used to be married to a hitman
Yeah.
in Colombia.
Like,
Just
leave.
get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So other couple is Memphis and Hamza.
Hamza, just save yourself a lot of grief and just end it with her.
Hamza's mom is like, "Are you sure you want to be with this girl
Yeah.
who like bosses you around, treats you like a little kid.
Yeah.
This is for the rest of your life. So she's giving him good advice.
So, yeah, good advice.
And then they get into like
Good job, Mom.
a talk at the end where she starts to tell him, I didn't cheat on you when we first started dating, but I slept at my ex-husband's because
Yeah,
he
like,
was
he
there for
doesn't-
me. I was going through a tough time. Yeah,
doesn't
so you
need to
probably maybe did more than just stay there.
Yeah, but why does Hamza have to know anyways? Like it was like a month into your relationship that was already long distance. You owe him nothing,
Yeah.
really.
Not even.
You know?
It was like the first weekend or something, she said.
Yeah,
Like right at the
so
start.
ridiculous. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Move on with your life.
I'd like to
Obviously,
know
you're gonna
how
find
all
a-
these people meet. Like, is it like you turn on Tinder and move the location to like Tunisia? I'll find someone here.
Yeah.
Is there like international date? Like, I just want to know what site are all these people using?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
And why would you do international when it's a lot easier to meet up in your own
Yeah, I know.
town?
Like, what makes them
like
seek
how about
out?
in your own state
Yeah.
or country?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I don't know.
So is that all the couples?
No, then we have Ella and Johnny.
Oh, yes. Ella and
Yeah.
we have two. Ella and Johnny.
So
So Ella is
booked a flight to Dubai
yeah.
to meet Johnny.
Ella is a cowgirl, like cowboy, cowgirl.
Mhm.
And Johnny is from China and has super strict COVID measures. So he's having problems with the visa and can't come over.
But also
He's got
doesn't
turned
wanna
down.
Quarantine.
Well, he was supposed to go to Singapore because he has to quarantine in a middle third country
Mhm.
before entering America. And his visa got turned down to Singapore. So then he's supposed to go to Dubai and do the same thing. But then he kind of was changing his mind. And then Ella booked a ticket to Dubai, which I think is totally foolish, without talking to him first and
Yeah, for
saying,
sure.
hey, I'm planning
This is
this.
why she's probably poor. She probably makes really bad financial
Yeah,
decisions.
so she books it. And then Johnny's like, I don't really think I want to do that because my return quarantine in China is 5 months. And like 5 weeks, sorry. And I have a life, like a job and a family, and he has a son.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna quarantine for 5 weeks after to go see you for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but you should have explained that to her prior to saying I'm going to go to Dubai.
Yeah, but she
first."
didn't give him a chance.
No.
No, she should have said, I'm looking at booking this ticket. Like, okay, so what we don't know, there's some information missing, I think.
Okay.
He had a ticket booked to Dubai.
Mhm.
We don't know if she booked it on those same dates and you know what I mean? Like she was just like, I'm booking this and then you're going to meet me on these dates. And we don't know if they were already booked. Like he was going to be there anyways. That's why she booked. Or she just booked it because it was a middle country, like look geographically wise, proximity wise to
I'm
both their
assuming that
countries.
she booked it on the same dates that he was going.
But I don't know. It's possible. But they didn't give us that information.
No. Anyways.
Yeah.
And
And then the final couple.
do you think
Oh.
Johnny's going to go to Dubai? Because he was asking his friend.
Yeah, I think Johnny's gonna go to Dubai.
Yeah, you think he's going to make that?
Yeah, I think he wants to hook up with Ella.
Ella?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he's gonna go.
I hope so.
Usually that,
She seems like a really nice girl. And I
usually
feel
that
like-
wins out. Like the person wants to meet up with the person,
Yeah.
and then our final couple. This is my
Your
favorite, Ben and Mahogany.
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 Homogeny.
Yeah.
Mahogany. Mahogany.
I don't know how she pronounces
Yeah.
it, but she's real.
Yeah, she shows up.
She doesn't.
So he's sitting there all alone
not-
at the
she's
dinner. Only person in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Maybe for COVID. Maybe they had to book it like that.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe like the restaurant was actually closed and they just booked like a private thing because there was nobody there. And then she walks in to his table. And so she's real and she doesn't really look like her pictures, but she's still good looking.
Mhm.
Like she just like her pictures were highly filtered.
Mhm.
Anyways, she's totally not that into him like he is to
Yeah.
her. He's like telling her like he's full on. I never understand these guys on the show who are just like, I love you so much. Like, oh, it's so good to see you. Like, you're the most beautiful person I've ever. Just like no secrets. Just
That's
over
really
100%
As a
flattery.
female, that's really creepy.
Oh, it's to guys too. No one likes that.
Yeah. it's
No one
just-
likes to
it's
be
just too
told
much.
I like you so much.
But in his defense, she was very receptive when he would speak like that over text message, and she would say, "I love you so much, and I can't wait to hug you," and all of this, right? So obviously, she's kind of leading him on as well. So he thinks that he could just like bear everything, but you know what? Just like know your audience, because she's not really being receptive to your hugs and to like the way that you're being expressive.
So Seinfeld had a whole episode on like Seinfeld, great show, and one of their episodes was on how people don't like to date someone who's so into them.
Mhm.
They want to date someone who hates them and
Yeah,
makes them
obviously.
feel like, what do I got to do to make this person
It's a
like me?
challenge.
Yeah.
It's a challenge.
They had a whole episode on that. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And these guys on 90 Day do the opposite. They're like over the top, like lay it all on. And yeah, and it usually doesn't work out for them.
Yeah, she ain't dating him.
No.
And he thinks that he's gonna marry her.
She went back to her parents' house and he asked if he could. This is always weird too. Can I give you a hug?
Yeah.
Why don't you just hug the person? You are on a TV show where you flew on an 8-hour flight,
to
like
be
across the
together.
world to be with them.
Yeah.
Why do you have to ask if you can hug them?
Yeah. So then we'll see next week that he asks her to go see her parents. See, that's why it continues, right?
Yeah, right,
And-
right. I remember that preview. Yeah,
So that one's not gonna last.
yeah. Because the parents were like, "I think he wants something out of you that, like, he's misleading on something."
Really?
I don't know what they mean. Like, he wants to marry her, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what they
Yeah,
mean.
but what is a 24-year-old Peruvian doing with a 52-year-old ex-pastor?
Can you see my
He
fingers
does-
there doing the money
He
sign?
ain't rich.
The whole show is based on person from a supposed to be wealthy country dating someone who's more attractive than them in a poor country.
Yeah.
That's what the whole show is about.
Well,
So-
anyways, not everybody in America is rich, so
Nope, but that's another angle that is the other part of the show, that these girls, usually, sometimes guys in another country, end up finding out like, it's really not better off to be poor in America than it is to be poor in my country.
yeah. What was that girl, Paul and
Yeah, Paul, and her name started with a K.
From Brazil.
Carissa or something like this. Yes.
Yeah,
She came home. She's like, I thought you were rich, bud.
yeah. They, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay, so this is BS TV. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.